What if one motorcycle could make every highway feel like first class? Meet the 2026 BMW K1600B, a touring bagger that proves bigger engines aren't always about brute force. They're about effortless performance. The moment its legendary inline-six engine fires up, you're greeted by one of the smoothest sounds in motorcycling. There's no harsh vibration, no unnecessary drama, just a refined surge of power that seems endless. Twist the throttle and the acceleration feels almost electric, building smoothly as the miles disappear beneath you. The low-slung bagger styling gives it an unmistakable presence, while advanced suspension, premium ergonomics, and exceptional wind protection make every ride feel luxurious. Long-distance touring becomes less of a challenge, and more of an experience you'll never want to end. Unlike many cruisers that focus purely on nostalgia, the K1600B embraces modern engineering without sacrificing character. It's powerful, elegant, and incredibly refined. This isn't simply a motorcycle built to travel. It transforms every journey into something unforgettable. And after spending a day behind those handlebars, you'll wonder why every touring bike doesn't feel this good. The 2026 Ducati Diavel V4 refuses to play by cruiser rules, and that's exactly what makes it extraordinary. One glance tells you this isn't a traditional boulevard machine. Everything about its muscular proportions, aggressive stance, and sculpted bodywork screams performance before the engine even starts. Then comes the V4. Fire it up, twist the throttle, and you're launched forward with breathtaking urgency that feels more like a superbike than a cruiser. The acceleration is explosive, yet remarkably controlled thanks to Ducati's sophisticated electronics and refined chassis. Every corner becomes an invitation to push harder, while every straight unleashes wave after wave of addictive power. Yet somehow it remains comfortable enough for longer rides, blending muscle bike excitement with premium refinement. This isn't about simply looking intimidating. It's about delivering a riding experience that constantly surprises you. The Diavel V4 doesn't follow expectations, it destroys them. It proves that a cruiser can still deliver razor-sharp handling, world-class performance, and unmistakable Italian style without compromising its identity. Once you've experienced its V4 soundtrack and relentless acceleration, ordinary cruisers suddenly feel far less exciting. Imagine a touring cruiser so comfortable that every mile feels shorter than the last. That's the vision behind the 2026 Yamaha Star Eluder, a machine designed to combine classic V-twin character with modern long-distance capability. At first glance, its stretched profile, sculpted fairing, and integrated luggage give it a commanding road presence that instantly signals serious touring intentions. Fire up the big V-twin, and you're greeted by a deep, satisfying rumble followed by a broad wave of effortless torque. This isn't a motorcycle that begs to be ridden aggressively. It invites you to settle into the saddle and chase the horizon. Plush seating, generous wind protection, spacious saddlebags, and premium touring ergonomics work together to reduce fatigue on every journey. Imagine advanced rider technology, a large infotainment display, heated grips, cruise control, and refined suspension transforming every ride into a luxury experience. It isn't trying to be the fastest cruiser on the road. Instead, it focuses on making every mile smoother, quieter, and more enjoyable. If Yamaha ever revived the Eluder at this level, it could become one of the ultimate machines for riders who believe the journey itself is the destination. Minimalist design has never looked so intimidating. The 2026 Indian Scout Bobber proves that you don't need a massive touring fairing or oversized luggage to make a lasting impression. One look at its chopped fenders, blacked-out finish, low-slung stance, and muscular proportions tells you this motorcycle was built with attitude. But beneath its clean styling lies a surprisingly capable V-twin engine that delivers immediate, satisfying torque the moment you twist the throttle. Around town, it feels lively and responsive. On open roads, it settles into a confident rhythm that encourages you to keep riding long after your destination has passed. Its lightweight chassis and balanced handling make every corner enjoyable. while its stripped-back philosophy keeps the focus where it belongs, on the pure riding experience. This isn't a motorcycle overloaded with unnecessary technology or distractions. Instead, it embraces simplicity, letting the engine, chassis, and rider work together in perfect harmony. Every ride feels authentic, engaging, and deeply rewarding. The Scout Bobber isn't trying to impress everyone. It's built for riders who appreciate timeless styling, honest performance, and a motorcycle with unmistakable American character that stands out without ever trying too hard. The 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan 1700 Voyager doesn't need flashy styling or outrageous horsepower figures to command respect. Instead, it relies on something even more valuable: effortless long-distance capability. Its massive 1,700cc V-twin engine delivers a deep reserve of torque that makes highway cruising feel almost effortless. Every twist of the throttle produces smooth, predictable acceleration that never feels rushed or intimidating. This motorcycle is built to devour miles with confidence. The large windshield, integrated storage, plush touring seat, and relaxed riding position create an environment where rider fatigue simply melts away. Hours on the road feel surprisingly comfortable, allowing you to focus entirely on the scenery ahead. Unlike performance-focused cruisers, the Vulcan is engineered to make every journey calm, composed, and enjoyable. It embraces traditional touring values while incorporating the refinement expected from a modern motorcycle. Whether you're crossing state lines or simply escaping for the weekend, this machine delivers unwavering reliability and comfort. It's not trying to be the fastest bike on the highway. It wants to be the one that's still smiling after hundreds of miles, and that's exactly where the Vulcan truly shines. Some motorcycles earn legendary status, and others deserve a second chance to make history. Imagine the 2026 Harley-Davidson Superglide, bringing one of Harley-Davidson's most iconic names back with a modern interpretation of classic American muscle. The first thing you notice is its unmistakable silhouette, long, low, and unmistakably Harley. Then comes the signature V-twin rumble, a sound that instantly connects generations of riders. Twist the throttle, and the engine responds with a broad wave of torque that feels smooth, strong, and endlessly satisfying. Every gear delivers effortless acceleration, making city streets and open highways equally enjoyable. While its styling stays true to its heritage, subtle modern touches, like LED lighting, premium suspension, and advanced rider aids, bring it into a new era without sacrificing authenticity. This isn't a motorcycle chasing trends or competing with high-tech sport machines. Instead, it celebrates everything that made classic cruisers unforgettable while refining the experience for modern riders. If Harley-Davidson ever revived the Superglide like this, it wouldn't simply return. It would remind the world why timeless American cruisers continue to inspire riders decade after decade. What if the world's biggest production cruiser engine somehow became even bigger? Imagine the 2026 Triumph Rocket 2500 GT, pushing the legendary rocket platform beyond anything previously imaginable. The numbers alone would sound unbelievable. But the real surprise begins the moment the massive engine comes to life. Instead of screaming for attention, it delivers a deep mechanical growl that hints at the enormous torque waiting beneath your right hand. Twist the throttle and the response is immediate, producing a relentless surge that feels less like riding a motorcycle and more like launching a high-performance grand tourer. Yet despite this incredible power, the rocket remains remarkably refined. Sophisticated electronics, premium suspension, and GT-focused ergonomics transform overwhelming performance into smooth, effortless touring capability. Highway overtakes happen with barely any throttle input, while long-distance comfort rivals luxury touring motorcycles. It's a machine that combines brute strength with surprising elegance. Rather than intimidating the rider, it inspires confidence through refinement and control. If Triumph ever created a rocket of this magnitude, it wouldn't simply raise the bar, it would redefine what riders expect from a performance cruiser. The 2026 Harley-Davidson Street Glide Special represents everything riders love about American touring: power, comfort, presence, and unmistakable style. From the moment you see its iconic batwing fairing and stretched saddlebags, you know this machine was built for serious miles. Fire up the Milwaukee 8 engine, and the signature V-twin rumble instantly reminds you why Harley-Davidson remains one of the most recognizable names in motorcycling. On the highway, the engine delivers strong, effortless torque that makes passing traffic feel smooth and confident. The refined suspension absorbs imperfections with ease, while premium seating and generous wind protection keep both rider and passenger comfortable for hours. Inside the cockpit, a modern infotainment system, navigation, smartphone connectivity, and premium audio create an experience that feels closer to a luxury grand tourer than a traditional cruiser. Yet despite all its technology, the Street Glide Special never loses its authentic Harley personality. It still delivers that unmistakable feeling of freedom every time you roll onto the open road. It's not just transportation, it's a machine built to transform every journey into an unforgettable adventure. Imagine one of Yamaha's most iconic big-inch cruisers making a triumphant return with modern engineering, while staying true to its unmistakable character. The 2026 Yamaha Stratoliner would capture everything riders loved about the original and elevate it for a new generation. From its long wheelbase and flowing bodywork to its commanding riding position, every detail would emphasize classic cruiser elegance. At its heart, a massive V-twin would deliver the kind of low-end torque that makes effortless cruising addictive. Instead of chasing extreme horsepower, it would focus on smooth, predictable power that feels perfectly suited to endless highways and scenic back roads. Wide handlebars, a comfortable saddle, and premium suspension would create a relaxed riding experience, while subtle technology, such as ride modes, cruise control, and a modern digital display would enhance convenience without overshadowing the bike's timeless personality. It wouldn't try to imitate sport bikes or futuristic machines. Instead, it would celebrate traditional American-inspired cruising, with Yamaha's reputation for reliability and refinement. If the Stratoliner ever returned in this form, it could once again become a favorite among riders who value effortless torque, classic styling, and all-day comfort. At the top of the list sits a motorcycle that has become a symbol of American touring itself, the 2026 Harley-Davidson Street Glide. It isn't just another cruiser. It's a machine that has earned its reputation through decades of refinement and unforgettable road trips. The moment the powerful Milwaukee 8 engine comes to life, you're greeted by the unmistakable V-twin rumble that has inspired generations of riders. Twist the throttle, and the bike responds with effortless torque, making highway cruising feel smooth, confident, and incredibly satisfying. The iconic batwing fairing provides excellent wind protection, while spacious saddlebags, premium seating, and a rider-focused cockpit make long-distance adventures surprisingly relaxing. Modern features such as a large touchscreen infotainment system, smartphone connectivity, navigation, and advanced rider aids blend seamlessly into the classic Harley-Davidson experience. Yet what truly sets the Street Glide apart isn't its technology or even its performance, it's the feeling it creates every time you ride. It transforms ordinary roads into memorable journeys and everyday rides into lasting experiences. Powerful, comfortable, and unmistakably iconic, the Street Glide continues to define what a full-size touring cruiser should be, proving that true legends never go out of style.